God, look at the state of my hair. It needs a bloody good cut and it needs a wash. And my fringe is no longer my fringe. It has started, what I call it when I was at school. There was a name what lads used to wear their hairs like this. It reminds me. What was it called? I can't think. There was a style where lads grew the fringe out, wasn't it, down here? I've lost it. I can't think what it was called. But yeah, it looked like that. Been at work all weekend. Just finished my shift. Absolutely cream crackered. My eyelashes are doing my nutting as well. They're ready for sorting out. They'll be getting done next weekend. My weekend off. Got tomorrow off, thank goodness. Partner's had his hernia surgery. He had that done on Thursday. And yeah, do you know when, you might not, but when you take a dressing off for the first time and you're like, oh my God, I didn't realise the scar was that big. And I took his dressing off to have a look how big the scar was. And he's got 19 clips in his scar already. You know, in the surgical site, 19 staples, which I can obviously take out, but the problem is I'm not allowed. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to work on family. Can you imagine? It'd be a lot easier, wouldn't it? You'd never have to worry about a hospital appointment or going to the doctors, would you? Because you'd just say, do you know what? Can you just take these clips out? And your other half would swing into action and take them out. But yeah, not allowed to do that. So we've tried to get him in at the doctor's, and technically we're going over one day over the actual day we should be taking him out. You're supposed to do it between 12 and 14 days, but we're taking it out on day 15 because I just can't get him in. It's crazy, isn't it? I'll show you something. Hopefully you're not squeamish. But he was discharged from hospital with 2 dressings. I mean, what use is that? Chocolate fire guard. These, it's probably upside down. They're the dressings. Only 2, so go steady. And then this is what they call, if I can dig it out this bag single-handedly. I have loads of these. Hi, dearest. This is a suture removal tool. Now, how that works is, oh, knackered, mate. Can't you tell? Knackered. Oh, thank you, Danny. This, it's got like little jars in, like that. And what you do, you get one underneath the staple, 2 goes above the staple, and when you clamp down, the bottom one pushes up and it lifts up the staple out the wound. But like I said, I can do this with my eyes closed, but you're not allowed to work on family. So I can't do it, can I? Which is really frustration because, yeah, I could speed up the recovery time, but you just can't do it. It's not worth it because I can't document it, you see, because he's not one of my patients. So, oh, where am I from? I don't know at this moment in time. Oh, I'm from Lincolnshire. Do you know what? I'm just drained. I've been at work all weekend since he's had his surgery. And yeah, I'm knackered. England, yes. Sorry. I just presume everybody knows from my accent. So yeah, yeah, I'm knackered. I really am. Oh, thank you, Danny. I know. And you're from Norfolk as well, which is really strange, isn't it? Because that's where my dad's from. Hello, dearest. Oh, do you know what? I was shocked. I took his dressing off, right? And you know, when you try and not hide, you're like, oh my God, it's massive, the dressing and the wound. It goes all the way from his groin, all the way up to his tummy. And no wonder he's in pain. And he's got 19 clips in it, right? And when he had his hip replaced, he only had 11. So he's got more clips in this hernia wound than he did when he had full hip replacement. It's mental. It really is. So, if you think I look nice, you should look when I make an effort. Got no makeup on. My hair needs washing. My fringe is desperate to be cut. I'm supposed to have a fringe, but I haven't had it done since the 20th of December. And I did have it booked in for Valentine's Day to have all my hair done. But because they've messed around cancelling his surgery and brought it back a week, it literally was 2 days before, so I had to cancel everything, didn't I? I had to cancel everything. So I thought, well, what's the point of having your hair done if you're not going somewhere to show it off? So I've just took it out my bobble. That's why I look like a Yeti. But it's all mine, look. I've got far too much. That's the problem. Just honestly, I'm just so drained. I've been trying, bless him, because of the codeine, what he's on, it's bunging him up. And the paracetamol as well. So he's on Laxalose. I'll show you. Turn it round, then you can see. But the problem is trying to get the dose right, isn't it? Because you don't want to go, so he can't stop going. So I've just been giving him little bits at a time, and we still haven't managed to work out, you know, how much to give him. So, yeah, nothing wrong with anyone. That's what makes the world go round, isn't it? I haven't got a London accent. I've told you, I've only ever been to London once, and that's how he got his hernia. I definitely haven't got a London accent. So, yeah, what you all up to? Anything? Nothing? Hold on. I'll show you Mr. Bluebean in a minute. Hey, Snuff. You alright? You okay? You got your bone? What are you doing with that? Pretending it's my arm? Hey, pretending it's my arm? Oh, God. Goes through you, doesn't it? Hopefully this year, when things calm down and obviously people recover and get better, I'm going to go to London, I think. I'd like to do some of the museums. That'd be really interesting. I like things like that. I like history. I like geography. And I'd like to obviously have a look round and see what there is, but it's trying to get it so it's at a reasonable price, isn't it? Because things cost a lot of money. I mean, I went and bought some, well, I think I bought some bottled water, and it was like, Jesus Christ, how much is that? You know. Thanks. Oh, I tell you, you take things for granted where you live at how much things cost, but when you go to another areas such as London, then you're like, oh my God, it's so expensive. Yeah, I think I'd like the National History Museum and the Tower of London, that sort of thing. Don't think I could get me on the London Eye because I'm not really keen on heights. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. I never used to have this problem with heights. I used to be able to climb up all sorts, scaffolding, and as a kid it never bothered me, but I don't know where it's come from, this phobia of, I don't know, I can't even go up ladders into the loft. I probably get up two runs and I'm like, shit, I'm gonna fall, so I don't even bother. £5 for a sandwich? Oh my God. I bet it's egg mayonnaise or something, isn't it? £5? Do they have meal deals? Or is that the meal deal? Well, I think a meal deal where I live is about £3.80 if you've got a club card at Tesco's, if you've got a meal deal. So that's not too bad. It used to be £3 once upon a time, didn't it? But have you noticed, you go food shopping and you're spending more money and you're actually hardly getting anything in your trolley, and then you come home and you put the food in your fridge and you look at your fridge and you think, well, it still looks bloody empty, doesn't it? That was just for a sandwich. Chuffing Nora. I bet it wasn't even a bread roll, was it? It was just 2 slices. Duh, tight. I think I'm going to have to make my own pack-up, aren't I? I think I'm going to have to make my own snap. Don't you? If I come there. But, you see, I did go first class on the train, and I did have a sandwich on the train, because obviously when you pay for these things, you want to get your money's worth. So I did have a sandwich, and I did have a pudding, actually. It was quite nice. The only thing I didn't like about, we had to come back on a different train, and when we said, can we use your first class lounge, because we came with you, it was at Hernia, we came with you, but obviously we're not going back with you, and there's no other lounge to use other than theirs. They said no. Said, sorry, you can't. I was like, well, that's a bit of a shitter, isn't it? Because where we come from, there was literally 2 minutes between the connecting train, so we couldn't use that lounge. So we didn't really get any benefits from it, because I was panicking. I was at the door trying to get the lounge door to open, not realising what you had to do. And I went, oh, we're gonna miss the train. I can't cope with this crap. So we just sacked it off and ended up waiting at the other side of the platform for the train. So, but yeah, they're all right. I don't mind trains. It's just I don't like changing too many times. I don't know what you're like. I don't like 50 changes. I once went to Birmingham, and that involved a lot of trains, and it just stressed me out. It just stressed me. I don't know why. I think it's because I don't like not being in control. Do you know when you go somewhere and you're like, well, you've got to get to that side of the platform to get that train, and you've got to be over there, and it just does my nutting. And I think that's why I lost it when I went on the underground. I didn't get lost. I just lost my mind, because I asked them workers and they had no idea. Oh, on a coach. You didn't get the full experience then on a coach. I don't do buses. I don't really do buses. They're, well, again, I think it's because if you've got your own car and you're a car driver, you like to go from A to B, don't you? You don't like to go from A to Z, back to Y, then to Z, then back to B again. And I think that's why I don't like buses, because I just like to go to my destination, and I know how long it takes to get places, and I know how far places are from each other. So that drives me crazy. That really does. I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit strange. Maybe. Oh my God. I'm trying to work out what to have for tea. I think it's going to be chicken Kiev. Living the dream, eh? Chicken Kiev with salad. I think that's what we're having. What are you guys having? Anything decent? Yeah. I know, Danny. Oh, God. Like I say, I'm just knackered today. Absolutely knackered. I don't know what it is. It must be the time of year. It's getting lighter nights though, but I'm still knackered. But yeah, we need to do some trips this year. I don't think we'll be going abroad. I can't cope with a suitcase, because that's how he got his hernia, pulling my suitcase. So we need, either I need to travel light. And the thing is, if you're allowed 23 kilos, surely to God, you take 23 kilos, don't you? Well, he didn't. So I did. And then that was the heaviest suitcase. And that's what ended up, when he pulled himself, pulling the suitcase, that's how come he ended up with the hernia. So I'll never let it down because it was my fault, because it was my bloody suitcase. And also, it's heavy. Do you know when you have to lift it on and off the train? And I'm petrified of falling down the gap. I think I won't. I don't think I will, you know, I'm not that small, am I? I'm not really going to thingy, but I'm still scared of getting stuck, so. Last of the veg. Oh. Do you know what? I'm getting so idle, Danny. It's microwave veg. Do you know what you whack in the microwave in a little clear bag and it blows up like a football? And it says give it 2 minutes, but I give it like 9 because I just want to make sure it's good. And then I open it and end up scolding myself because I've given it too long. That's what I normally do. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm getting right idle. I can do a mean Sunday dinner. Don't get me wrong. I can cook a mean Sunday dinner from scratch. Obviously, all the vegetables, peel them all, blah, blah. Can do it all. But it's being asked, isn't it? It's being asked. Can you be asked after you've been to work to then start? I mean, I've got one of these ninjas, but we're still not 100% on even cooking a jacket potato. Now, something weird going off there. If you can't manage a bloody jacket potato in a ninja, I mean, Christ almighty. But we're still struggling because we did it last night and we put it in for an hour. And I did it like they say on the thingy. I put salt in it and oil and I pricked it and the skin was mwah. It was lovely. But because mine was a big bugger, because I was starving, when I cut it open, when you got near the skin, it was still a bit hard. And there's nothing more disappointing than when you've loaded your spud up with your tuna and, well, whatever you're having on it, and then you start eating through the layer of what you've put on, and you find out it's still raw. There's nothing worse. It's so disappointing, I tell you. It's soul destroying, that. So I ate it anyhow. I ate it because I was hungry and I thought, oh shit, this, I'm going to eat it regardless. It don't matter. It might be raw. You're not supposed to really eat raw potatoes, are you? But we did. We did because, you know, I've pratted about before, you know. No, it's weird that, isn't it? I'm stuck in the middle and I haven't gone either or. No, I've never seen it. I've never been to Scotland either. Strange. Never been to Scotland. Would like to. I mean, this is what I'm saying. There's shitloads of places in this country I haven't been to. But yeah, I've been to lots of places around the world. So it's really weird. I think that's just how it goes. We're in search of heat, aren't we? That's what it is. We're in search of heat and the sunshine. And in our country, you just, every time I book a break, it pees it down. It is. Every time I go to the Yorkshire Dales or somewhere, it chucks it down. It rained that much when it was my birthday, not last September, the September before. They shut the caves. We was off to some caves, and they'd had that much water running off the hills. It was dangerous, and the levels were filling up, you know, inside the cave. And they had to evacuate people. And I went, but I really want to go. It's my birthday. And they went, it's dangerous. You know, you'll drown. I was like, well, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I had to go back a few days later, so. Yeah, you've probably been to more places than me, haven't you? You probably have. But I was lucky as a kid. We used to go abroad a lot. So, because my dad, again, he loves the sunshine. He's actually in Spain still. He's 78. He's got in his motorhome with my mum and he's drove all the way to Spain at 78. And he's gone to Benidorm and he's pitched up the motorhome there for 90 days or however long that visa is. And he's met all other people that do it every year, expats. He's met up with them. No, do you know what? I've never been to a festival. I've never been to a pop concert. I've never been to a festival. I've never been to a show. I've never been to anything like that. No. And the thing is, though, I think it would drive me nuts. There's too much mud. I don't like all that mud, and I do not like them toilets. I do not like them toilets. No, it's a breeding ground for disease. I couldn't go in one of them. Take my hat off to you if you do. but I've got standards. I remember as a kid, we went to France, and if you've ever been to France, they have toilets what look like shower trays. That's all I can describe. There's nothing to sit on. It's a shower tray, right? And I remember flinging the door open after being stuck in the car for hours, busting for a wee, and I walked in and I just went, where's the toilet? And there were all flies and whatnot hovering round the bloody thing, the hole. And I went, no. And I just come back out again. And my mum went, well, that was quick. And I went, he ain't going in there. And she went, why? I went, well, one, someone's nicked the toilet. Two, there's bloody flies and whatnot. I said, and I'm going to wee down my leg. I said, not a chance. I said, you need to take me to some proper toilets. And I think I held it in for maybe another hour, and we ended up going to like a Shell petrol station. That's what we did, Danny. 1999, bloody hell. Was it a dry season then, or did it pee it down? Because every time I watch Glastonbury, it's always like a mud bath, innit? And some people embrace being covered in shit, but I don't. I can deal with it in my job, but I do not want to be covered in it and not being able to wash it off. No, thank you. No. I can't deal with that. You know, I can deal with animal poo and all that. You know, I'm not like a princess in that way. But I don't like getting covered in crap, especially if you've got decent shoes and whatnot. So, well, I'm going to love you and leave you on that bombshell. Oh, no, disgusting. Hi, dearest. Hi. I'm going to disappear because I've got to go and look after my other half, see how he's doing. Because, like I say, nurse at work, nurse at home, but I wouldn't have it anyway. I know. You'll have to see if I make a video tomorrow. It's my day off. I might make a video for you all to watch. Get liking and subscribing, please. We keep getting subscribers and then they disappear. So, you two, enjoy your veg. I'm having a Kiev. Bye for now. Take care. Bye. See ya.